most important thing to check before I end the stream. But I do want to say, no, because that's also envy. I can do it in this one because it's not gonna matter. No, I really like that Canto. I'm not necessarily super familiar with the source material, but no, I think that was really good for Honglu. That really helped me change my opinion of him. I really like him. I really like his growth. The use of Confucius, the use of the Way, the dialectic between Confucius and Lao Tzu, the way that Honglu embraces impermanence and uses that as a means to not just kind of let life go by. Because the fault with his previous thinking was that, like, oh, well, this sucks anyway. Like, if this sucks anyway, and nothing good's gonna come in, like, and if the only thing that's gonna happen to anything I care about is that it's gonna fade away and that it's gonna die and that it's gonna go away, what is the point of caring? I'll just smile and accept everything that happens to me. No, even if things die, even if the things that you are cherishing and holding on to are impermanent, that doesn't mean that you stop caring about it. That doesn't mean you stop enjoying those moments that you have with those things. Missing those moments means that those moments matter to you. Which goes back right to that first poem of spring leaves, petals fall. And going back to the poem that Dayu gave, which was about letting your petals wash away or not. Do not mourn for me. Who will mourn, like, you mock and make fun of me. Who will mourn me at my flower memorial? Like, no. You take the bad with the good. You don't necessarily need to tolerate or, like, accept, like, oh, things will always be this bad. Like, no. Some things will suck, yeah, but that's not an excuse to not enjoy the good things when they do appear. Like, you have to embrace life. You embrace life because not embracing life is effectively just death. What he was effectively experiencing before was nothing more than his own nihilism. He's like, why should I care if everybody I care about, or why should I care if bad things are just gonna keep happening, or things I care about are gonna fade? Like, no, he was speaking nothing but nihilism, but you can turn that exact same nihilism into something useful. Thank you for the raid, Koyasu. Like, right as I'm, like, near the end of like an almost 7-hour stream. Just finished a new Canto for Limbus, and it was a lot of fun. But geez, that Millie song is awesome. You didn't come late, don't worry. You didn't come in late. No, my stream was just long. I was mostly just kind of like going through like some final thoughts. And also, because I want to get this. But yeah, no, what Honglu was going through before was effectively just nihilism. But even if certain things, like, all because some things are gonna end, it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy them while they last. You enjoy the moments you enjoy the moments while they're there. And even if they're like bad moments and they make you sad, that sadness, you need that context. You need the context of being sad to enjoy also good moments. You can't just have it one way or the other. And even if you do remember a lot of bad things, that doesn't mean that there weren't good things that also were happening around that time. That's what I really liked about the song, because the song was like a conversation of like calling a grandmother and saying like different things that were going on in their life. Like it was very thematically resonant. No, this was just a really good Canto. And honestly, at this point, I kinda... It took me a sec, but I think I kinda like the, I like the idea of the dungeon being Act 2 instead of Act 3, because it means that Act 3 can just focus more on, like, the necessary immediate things to do. It also means that you can immediately jump to the boss fights whenever you want to do stuff, which is a very, very large quality of life. No, this rocked. This was a really great Canto. And I can't wait to see what happens later. But as is always important, we must see what his base ego changes from now. Because he just had his big realization in his Canto, which means that his ego's gonna change. The cleansing is of impermanence, and detachment may be meaningless. Still, I cast myself into the troubled world all the same. Ah, I love it. I love that he grows. I love that he grows, that he's... Because that's also a big part of, Because that's also a big part of, Oh, I love you, Cheshen. Set all units offense levels and defense levels to the average of units level. I love that. I love that so much. Just the name is there too. What was I gonna say? Because that's a big thing about Taoism, where it is also kind of like about the embracing of impermanence. The Tao, the way, very, very funny that it was Confucius constantly capitalizing when he said way, because that's a very Taoist thing. No, embracing impermanence, embrace that things can change. The Tao that can be spoken of is not that of the immortal Tao. No, there was a lot of really, really clever and really effective use of Confucianism, Taoism. No, this is a really, really cool Canto. Probably not my favorite. I think my favorite's still... I think I really like Wuthering Heights. I think I still really like Wuthering Heights. Let me go through. 3 is still probably like number 2. I think 3 is probably like my second favorite. That's so hard. That's really hard though. I really like the dream ending. Three is like my number 2. I want to say that I like 4 the most, but that's probably because of how much Yisong has grown. I don't know why I keep mixing up those two. I'd say the Unchanging is probably number 3. I have a very big bias for the evil defining, but in terms of one that stuck with me the most, I might like the heartbreaking the most. I think heartbreaking's my number one. I'd probably put... now that I think about it... Okay. Now that I think about it, Canto 8, probably my number 3. Canto 8, my number 3. Canto 3, my number 2. And the heartbreaking is my number 1. In terms of like thematic, story, and pacing, I really liked all of those. I really like the Unchanging. That might be my number 4. I like the evil defining, but I don't like the dungeon. So that might be 5. I really like the dream ending. I did not like that dungeon. I did not like the dungeon. I did not like dealing with the unbreakable coins for the first time. That was very frustrating. But in terms of story, I really liked it. But no, that was really great. And I can't wait to hear that I can't wait to hear the Millie song when it comes out in like 5 weeks.